Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the virtual college fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Counselors and by StriveScan. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We're glad that you're here. You're about to hear from an array of colleges and universities who will be sharing short presentations about their respective institutions. We're also excited to answer your questions. So use that Q&A button that you can see on your screen to ask questions of our panelists at any time. You can ask questions directed to any of the representatives or general questions about applying to college, the college admission process. Really anything is fair game at this point if it's related to college admission. Your camera and your microphone are turned off so the panelists can't see or hear you. So the Q&A feature is really your only way to communicate with us, but we are excited to hear from you, so ask away. This is just one of many different sessions happening as part of this Virginia College Fair series. So you can check out the full schedule and sign up for some other sessions at strivescan.com/Virginia. Also, this presentation is being recorded, as are all of the representative university presentations. So check those out. You can see those at strivescan.com/Virginia as well. So now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter, Melissa from High Point University.
Hello, everybody. Like he said, my name is Melissa. I am the admissions representative for Virginia from High Point University. High Point is on the smaller side, just under 5,000 students in the Piedmont Triad of North Carolina. And we are a private liberal arts institution. At High Point, we strive for academic excellence. So we have about 60 majors and 64 minors to choose from. Our most popular choice for incoming freshman students is actually undeclared. And so a lot of our students will come in not knowing what they want to major in, which is okay. We have a great process to help you figure that out. But then our most common, our most popular declared major coming in as a freshman is business. As for our amazing state-of-the-art facilities, we have a ton of opportunities, one being our human biomechanics and physiology lab that is co-sponsored by Adidas, and the others being the Kane Conservatory, which is one of my favorite places on campus because it has an absolutely beautiful view of all these plants, as well as the Butterfly Cafe attached to it, which is great food. The Cult Planetarium is in the background in this picture. We also have news and radio studios and a BB&T executive boardroom sponsored by BB&T. As for our education, we have a 15-to-1 student-faculty ratio with 100% of our classes taught by faculty and an average class size of 17. This means that you will never have a class taught to you by a graduate student. We also have a great program called Success Coaches. Those are going to be people who are going to be helping you with planning out your courses, as well as making sure that you are adjusting well to college, because it is a big adjustment from high school to college. Lastly, that project discovery component. This is what I was talking about in our program that we have that helps students choose their major. So project discovery is a 9-step process that you will work with your success coach to figure out what major is going to fit best for you out of all of our options. We also have experiential learning in every major. So 25% of a High Point education is experiential or hands-on learning. Examples of this is we have access to industry leaders. So one of those people being Byron Pitts, who is in the background of this picture. He is an ABC Nightline News anchor, and he works with our broadcasting students. Steve Wozniak also comes and helps with our computer engineering students. They actually just built a self-driving golf cart last year. We also have the co-founder of Netflix, Mark Randolph, and he works with some of our entrepreneurship students. It's really awesome. We also have undergraduate research starting as early as your freshman year, with student teaching in local classrooms, a crime house on campus for our criminal justice students, and stock trading room for our business students. As for our student life, we have 16 NCAA Division I teams, and we are in the Big South Conference. We have over 200 campus clubs and student organizations, including fraternity and sorority life, club and intramural sports, and multiple religious groups across campus. As for our applications are currently open. We're exclusive with the Common App for fall 2021. We have a few different deadlines, which you can see all right here. Early decision is our binding contract. That's if you are 100% committed to High Point, you know that we're the place for you. And then early action is our non-binding plan. And we also have regular decision, which is a rolling notification. As for our averages, Our average GPA on an unweighted 4.0 scale for incoming freshmen is about a 3.4. Our average SAT is about a 1230, and our average ACT is about a 26. We have been test optional for the past 3 or 4 years now. The only difference this year is that we are now test optional for our upper level scholarships. So in the past, you needed both a high GPA and a higher test score in order to receive a higher level scholarship in our Presidential Scholarship Awards program. But this year, because it's so difficult for students to get to a testing site, we have made those scholarships test optional. So you no longer need a test score for those. As for next steps, things you can do to show High Point that you're interested, we are open for full campus tours 7 days a week. During Monday through Friday, we have campus tours every hour on the hour from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we have a few tours during the day on Saturdays and Sundays. We also have a virtual tour if you can't make it down to campus, as well as a virtual information session every day at 3 p.m., which is kind of a longer version of this presentation, gives you more of an overview, more in-depth about High Point. We have a great program called Panther Perspectives. So that's every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Today we actually have the Dean of our College of Arts and Sciences, and he's going to be talking a little bit about the different programs and majors within that college. Recently, we had someone from our financial aid office discussing financial aid and FAFSA. We have had someone from our tutoring service on campus talk to us about tutoring opportunities on campus, as well as people from our communications department, our engineering department, exercise science. So really great opportunity for you to get more information on those specific programs you're interested in. We also are offering admissions interviews this year for incoming freshmen. So if you are a senior right now, you can sign up for an admissions interview with me. And then that last one is contact your counselor. So like I said at the beginning, my name is Melissa. I'm the admissions counselor for Virginia. I will really be your first point of contact for you. I'll be the one reading your application and everything. So here's all of my contact information, including my HPU Instagram, where I kind of post help students realize what it's going to be like to be a student at High Point. I have some spotlights of current students from Virginia that are at High Point, as well as student takeovers for the Instagram, so you can see what it's like when you're on campus every day and kind of follow them around campus.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is Jordan from St. Mary's College of Maryland.
Awesome. I am so excited to be here with all of you today. My name is Jordan Cartwright. I am the Assistant Director of Admission at St. Mary's. I am also an alum. I went to St. Mary's from 2012 to 2016. If you are a Virginia resident, I am your counselor, so feel free to reach out if you have any additional questions. So St. Mary's College of Maryland is in historic St. Mary's City in Southern Maryland. The college has been around for close to 180 years and is known for a few very unique things. We are the 4th oldest English settlement in the country, and we are also located on the ancestral land of the Piscataway Kenoi tribe. So there's a lot of history there that intertwines with our identity as an institution. We're also a waterfront campus. You can actually see that in my background and also in the slide. So unique things about St. Mary's in the academics and also the community. We are the first public honors college in the country, and we are also the 5th ranked public liberal arts college, only behind the service academies such as West Point in the United States Naval Academy. We are known for a couple of other distinct things, such as being a smaller campus, and that translates into a really unique learning opportunity. We have 1,492 students and roughly 9 students to every 1 professor in the classroom. So first and foremost, you can't skip class, but when it comes to you understanding that information, the professors are there to teach you this information in a very digestible way so that you can become an expert in that subject matter by the time that you graduate. Professors not only teach you, but they mentor you. None of your classes will be taught by TAs, and you're learning from someone who's really an expert in that field of study. The campus community is also very unique for a couple of other things, such as that engagement with the community. It is very collaborative in nature, and that is a huge component to being a St. Mary's student. We do have plenty of experiential learning opportunities available for our students. So even though we are a small campus, the opportunities are indeed plentiful. If you are interested in our top programs in terms of size, biology would be one of the largest, psychology, history, and also English. Our newest programs will be neuroscience as a major, business administration, marine science, and also data science, as we will integrate those in the near future. Every student is guaranteed an internship opportunity. So what you're learning in the classroom will be paired with real life experiences. And we guarantee this for every single student, meaning the time you graduate, you will have multiple work experiences on your resume. There's also a ton of fun that you can do on campus as well. We have a scuba diving class and also a scuba diving opportunity for students who are in our anthropology program, where students are able to go to different locations and uncover sunken artifacts and figure out what it tells us about history. There are over 100 different student clubs on campus, and most of our students are either in a club or playing a sport. The most popular sport on our campus is sailing, which is Division I. We have over 150 All-Americans and 4 Olympic level sailors who've come through St. Mary's. The rest are Division III, and they are the other 20 options out of our 21. These are the requirements. First and foremost, the SAT and ACT are optional this year, so we will not be utilizing that. And we do recommend in-person or virtual visits experiences. So we do have both, and we do encourage them. So highlights, we are #1 in the state of Maryland out of every public school for graduating students with the lowest amount of debt. We're also rated #1 for having the best food. That's correct. I said the best food, so it's incredible. In addition to this, 94% of our students that graduate from St. Mary's are employed or in graduate school within 6 months, and their average salary is between $43,000 and $76,000 a year. If you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to me. I am happy to answer any, and email or calling this number is available for you at any time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jordan. Our next presenter is from Roanoke College.
See, thank you. Sorry, I couldn't figure out the mute thing. But thank you, Josh. My name is Johnny. I am an admissions counselor here at Roanoke College. I actually graduated from Roanoke College in December, so fairly new to the admissions game. Really weird time to join the admissions game for sure, but so far so good. I graduated as a communication studies major, so I can talk about Roanoke for a very, very long time, but I'm going to try to keep my mark for the 6 minutes. So, well, first things first, we are a top liberal arts college here at Roanoke, which I'll be talking about later on. We are also a top producer of Fulbright scholars. If you don't know what these are, they're very prestigious, very extremely difficult to get scholarships, so we're also very proud about that. And then the other 3 I'm going to be talking about later on as well. So the first thing is where we are located. So we're actually located in a small town called Salem, Virginia. So we're not at the core of Roanoke City. However, we are only 10-minute away drive from the city of Roanoke. So we honestly get the best of both worlds. I was not either a city girl or a suburban girl. I was right in the middle, and I was able to have fun both ways. So, you know, with outdoor recreation adventures, our biggest organization is called Outdoor Adventures. The Appalachian Trail is only a 5-minute drive from campus, and so really it runs right through our backyard. Wherever it is that you walk on campus, you'll be able to see the mountains. So if you're a hiking junkie, definitely look into Roanoke because it's an amazing, gorgeous place to go. And then, as I said, the city is only 10 minutes away. This is if you're more into the city life, and also just take advantage of the different internship opportunities that we have over there, different shopping centers, museums, concerts, stuff like that, that you're going to be able to take advantage of, which is amazing. And then just a quick little facts about Roanoke. We are a smaller liberal arts school, so we're going to have 2,005 undergraduate students representing 39 states and 31 countries. So literally you get to meet so many people from many different perspectives, many different backgrounds. Me, myself, I'm from Guatemala, so full Latina. And so it's really nice to be able to find so many people from many different places. We are a residential community as well, so you'll have guaranteed on-campus housing for all 4 years. And then student to faculty ratio is 13:1 and an average class size of 18 students. With this being said, you're never going to have that 300 lecture type class because we want you to get the education you need at any point in the classroom, or the attention you need at any point in the classroom, which is going to be very important. Next up, we offer 50 majors plus 69 minors, concentrations, and pre-professional programs. Anything from business administration to theater to comm studies to pre-professional medical fields. It's not very rare that our students take advantage of the multiple selections, so they do double majoring, concentrating in different things, and so that's an advantage that we have at Roanoke. With that being said, a liberal arts school, so we're going to have a core curriculum. However, something that I found fascinating about Roanoke College is that the core curriculum is based around your interest. So instead of taking Statistics 101, you'll be able to take something like Statistics in Sports if that's something that you would be interested in. We found that this is not only just more enjoyable for students, but it's just performance level wise, you do so much better in school. So it's going to be very important. We also guarantee real world learning experiences. I won't be touching on these, but however, we do have an information session where you're going to be able to learn every single aspect of these different real world experiences. So we have creative works, research, service learning, internships, and my personal favorite is study abroad. The reason why it's my favorite is because we're actually part of the largest international exchange program in the entire world. So with that being said, we have over 60 countries available for you, and then over 150 universities and colleges that you are able to do an exchange program with. So just many opportunities that you're able to take advantage of here at Roanoke College. We also have an amazing job placement rate. 93% of our students will actually go on to a job that requires them to have a bachelor degree or grad school, if that's something that you would be looking into. But yeah, 93% of our students will be placed in one of those within 6 months of graduation. And then as you can see, there's just so many different industries that you can look into, many different grad schools as well. But yeah, something that we're very proud of. We also have things for you guys to join, plus 100 clubs, different clubs, anything from Nerf gun club to cheese board. Yes, we have a cheese board club. I don't know why, but we have it available for students. And if there's something that doesn't really fit your interest, you're always welcome to come tell us, hey, I don't want a cheese board club, I want a breadboard club, and we'll make it happen for you. We also have Greek life. A quarter of our campus will be involved in Greek life. We have 5 fraternities and 3 sororities. And then if you're more into the athletic side, we are also part of the NCAA Division III, and we have 22 teams for you to be able to join. And then finances, this is going to be very important because the main heaviest chunk of your financial aid package is going to be the merit award. This is going to be based on your GPA and SAT scores. However, because there's a lot of things going on and SATs getting canceled, we've always been test optional. So the way that we handle that is looking at your GPA and recalculated GPA. So don't worry. Every admitted student to Roanoke College will be able to go through the merit award process, which ranges from $20,000 up to $30,000 annually. And this is applicable for all 4 years. And then you can see just the many different financial aid opportunities that you can take part of. So if you have any questions about any of these specifically, let us know. We will be more than happy to help you out with this. And then lastly, you can apply through our application page or also through the Common App. As I said, we are test optional, so we don't require test scores. We've always been that way. And then these are some of our deadlines. You can find these also on our link page. So if you have any questions at all, please let me know. And then lastly, this is my contact information in case you guys need anything at all. We are more than happy to help you out. We are actually open to on-campus visits and virtual visits. So just let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Johnny. And our next presenter is Tyson from Elon University.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to be here to learn a little bit more about some of these great institutions. My name is Tyson Glover. I went to Elon, graduated the class of 2017, and here today, really excited to be speaking to you about the great opportunities you'll learn about at Elon University. So I also want to start off in a very strange way, maybe for some of you. Why is there a giant acorn on the screen? Well, at Elon, we actually do have our own tradition where when you are welcome to our campus, you are given an acorn. We want you to hold on to that acorn for those 4 years during your time at Elon that shows your growth over those 4 years. And when you graduate, you're actually given something else. So there's a great shot of a student holding an acorn during freshman convocation as a physical symbol of those 4 years. You are going to change as a student. You're going to change as a person. And what that's going to look like is really up to you, but a lot of different ways that's going to happen. Elon also means oak in Hebrew. So if you're also wondering why an acorn, there you go. Where is Elon? It's a great place to start. We are right in the heart of North Carolina. We are 3 hours from the beach, 2.5 hours from the mountains. Best of both worlds right there. Major cities to be aware of. We're 20 minutes from the city of Greensboro, and our capital in North Carolina is Raleigh. It's about an hour from our campus. That being said, we are not a commuter school. We are not a suitcase school. We are very much our own entity. So that is a spot we want you to be welcome to our community, but you are going to be there on campus for 4 years. 6,291 undergraduate students, about 1,000 grad students as well. So 7,000 of your closest friends here at Elon. 80% of those students are coming from out of state with 47 different states represented. And currently we are at 19% racial and ethnic diversity. That is our #1 institutional priority. See that number continue to rise. But you are going to meet people with a different perspective. And that's really important, not only for Elon, but wherever you go to college, to think about that different perspective. Specifically at Elon, going by the numbers here, we have 4 undergraduate schools for you to choose from. You do not need to know what you want to do coming into Elon. You have time to figure that out. 60 plus majors offered. That's a lot of opportunities. At no point do you have to apply to any of those specific schools. You have 2 whole years until the end of your sophomore year before you actually need to say, yes, this is what I'm majoring in. This is what I'm deciding. 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And as you'll see there, an average class size of 20. I want you to note there's not an extra 0 at the end of that. It is not 200 students, it's 20. We want you to have the opportunity to get to know your professors and also have them get to know you. But we also understand that learning doesn't just happen inside the classroom, it's also happening outside the classroom. Study abroad, we are #1 in the nation for the last 15 years. So #1 in the nation for study abroad opportunities. 83% of our student body will study abroad at least one time. We want that to be a possibility for all of our students. So when you come to Elon, know that those opportunities exist. Before COVID hit, we had students in 25 different time zones. So really all over the world. And we want you to understand you can go there for a semester or a winter term, which is the month of January, which we offer. Internships are huge for us. 88% overall will complete at least one internship. And that's not just in the state of North Carolina, that's really all over the country, all over the world. But we realize that getting a foot in the door at that company through that internship is so important to finding that first job. Undergraduate research, service, learning, and leadership are extremely important. We do require students to complete at least 2 out of these 5 Elon experiences in order to graduate. Now, between going to class and having those experiences, what's your life going to look like? First off, we have plenty of food options on campus. You will not go hungry with 15 plus dining hall and retail restaurants, 284 plus clubs and organizations to join. And we are D1. We have 17 D1 athletic teams. So plenty to do. Our tight-knit community is really what draws us apart from other institutions. When students come to Elon, they understand that they are part of something that's bigger than themselves, a place that really cares about where you go, not only during your 4 years at Elon, but where you go beyond after that. And every school has a student section. I always like to say that. So showing us there on the screen, that's the Phoenix Fanatics. And hey, there's a lot of Bulldogs and Eagles in the world when it comes to mascots, but we're the only Phoenix you're going to get. I love that our mascot actually means something too. Quick history lesson for you. We were founded all the way back in 1889, but in 1923, our entire campus, aside from one building, actually burned to the ground. So we rebuilt in 1926, opened up back our doors to Elon. In 2001, when we became Elon University, We updated our mascot to the Phoenix because that reflects our past, because we literally rose from the ashes. So I always like to let people know we have a meaning behind our mascot. And then, yes, at the end of your graduation, you go through those 4 years. As I said, you start with that acorn. Now you graduate, you walk across the stage, you're actually given an oak sapling. So an actual tree that we want you to plant your roots wherever you go after your experience at Elon University. And where are those outcomes? What's an Elon degree really going to get you to go beyond these 4 years? Life after Elon looks like this. 95% of our students, they're employed, they're in graduate school, working internship. Out of that 95%, 92% of those students are in a field that relates to their career objective, meaning we want you to figure out the right degree for you, and we're going to help you get to where you want to go. There's the total cost right there, including room and board, because we do require students to live on campus. And then we have several scholarships that are available, some of which merit-based, automatically applied to, others are a separate application. And important details that we do look for in our applicants, GPA range, test optional this year, we read the essays, and we do track demonstrated interest. Some dates and deadlines for you, and then I realize we're about to get moving on here, so this will be the last thing I'll say. November 1st, that's coming right up, and we'd love to see your application, the Common App, our own app, or the Coalition app. But thank you so much. My name is Tyson Glover. If you do have any questions moving forward, always happy to connect.
Thanks so much, Tyson. Our next presenter is Colin from the University of Florida.
All right, how's everyone doing today? Thank you for the introduction. My name is Colin Conroy, and I am an admissions officer here with the University of Florida. Prior to my role in admissions, I actually spent 10 years teaching at the elementary level, so I taught 5th grade math and science. I graduated from UF both in undergrad and grad school, so I'm excited to be back here working with students, just a different part of their educational career. So let's go and get started. All right, so we are currently ranked number 6 out of all public universities in the entire country. We are Florida's oldest and most prestigious university. We're also a land, sea, and space grant institution, which makes us one of only 17 in the entire country. So we get a lot of research opportunities in all 3 of those areas, as well as a lot of research funding. Last year alone, we received over $800 million to put towards research, and UF is constantly on the cutting edge of different research opportunities. And as a student here, you will have access to those from the moment you step on campus. We do have a Center for Undergraduate Research, which will help you get you paired up with different research opportunities that we have available to you. So we sit right in Gainesville, Florida, which is kind of in the heart of North Central Florida, about 2,000 acres. The actual walking distance for your campus, where all your classes are, is going to be about 1 mile to 1.5 miles. It's a really easy campus to get around, so you choose to walk, bike, have a scooter, take the bus. So it's a campus that you can definitely get across to your classes very easily. Currently, right now, we have about 55,000 total students. About 38,000 of those are undergrads, and about 17,000 of those students are grad students. This does include our students who attend UF online, so the numbers are a little bit lower, but our overall population is 55,000 students. Even with those large numbers, we currently have a student faculty ratio of 18:1. We just recently hired over 500 new faculty members, experts in their fields, to come to campus and help create that connection with you as you are one of our students, and make sure that you're getting the best education possible at the best value as well. So Gainesville itself, I'm a little biased as I am a Gainesville resident, born and raised here. Went to school here, as I said, at UF for grad school and undergrad. I moved away, but eventually found my way back here because I do enjoy the atmosphere so much. So as I mentioned earlier, we are in the heart of North Central Florida. So we are about 2 hours from the beach, about 2 hours from Orlando, about 2 hours from Tampa, another 4.5 to Miami or Atlanta. We have our own airport, so you can get in and out with ease. As far as Gainesville itself, there's a lot of great things. Downtown is one of my favorite places. We have some outstanding food choices, many independent food restaurants. So you're not going to find, obviously we do have chains here, but we have a lot of independent food as well. So I highly recommend if you get a chance to come to Gainesville, check out what food you have available downtown. In addition to that, downtown, we have lots of arts and museums for you to visit. Friday nights, we have open air music for you to go to as well. Just outside Gainesville, we have lots of springs that you can go to as well. So one of my favorite places to go is the Itchintucky Springs. It's a place you can choose a tube, you can kayak, canoe, or swim. There's about an 1.5-hour run and a 3-hour run as well, depending on what you want your day to look like. But that's about 30-45 minutes away. Within within Gainesville, we do have a lot of state parks and local parks for you to do some hiking. One of my favorites is Payne's Prairie. We have the Lachua Trail. It's getting to be about my favorite time of the year as well, because this is when the gators start to line the trail. So as they're seeking more body heat, it's not uncommon during the mile and a half that you're walking down the trail that you'll see 50 to 100 alligators. So that is our mascot, is our namesake. So I always encourage people to check out the Lachua Trails. You can see some of them for yourself. We do have them on campus. You can find them on Lake Alice, but they seem to stick there most of the time. As far as our application cycle is concerned, our main application deadline is November 1st. You can find our application on both the Common and Coalition app. We don't have a preference. We just ask that you submit only one application. Fee waivers are available should you need those. Typically, our application is $30. If you think you're going to need a fee waiver, there are some questions that you'll need to answer on the Common or Coalition app to let you know that. At this time, we are not test optional. That is a decision that the University of Florida does not have the ability to make on its own. That's going to come from our Board of Governors for the state of Florida, who oversee all the universities here. So we are still requiring test scores at this time. As you can see, the deadline for those to be requested to be sent to us is December 15th. So if you have not taken one yet or are still looking to take one, we will still accept scores for that December test. You just need to make sure that you indicate University of Florida as one of the institutions that you would like to receive your test in order for them to be added to your record. That middle deadline there you'll see is the SAR, or the Student Self-Reported Academic Record. So when you apply for the University of Florida, we do not require you to send us your transcripts. What you're going to do is you're actually going to create an account through the SAR, and you're going to input your grades for the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. As far as 12th grade is concerned, we're only going to need to see the courses that you are currently taking. We're looking to see how you are challenging yourself that senior year. You'll also indicate whether those courses are honors, AP, dual enrollment, IB, things of that nature, because we will recalculate your GPAs for you depending on how that is submitted. So we level the playing field by recalculating all GPAs when they're submitted to us. So in order to have your application considered for a priority application, you're going to need to have all three of those deadlines met: November 1st, the SAR by December 1st, and your scores requested to be sent to us by December 15th. You hit all those deadlines, you will receive a decision the last Friday in February. Now, our application is open all the way until March 1st, but that is on a space available basis. So after all decisions have gone out at the end of February, any space that is left over, decisions will be made for those students in that secondary application pool. So if you do have a desire to come to UF, I highly recommend that you put in that priority application, because typically space availability is very low, as it has been in years past. So we have a couple pathways for you to enter UF, one being Innovation Academy. So this is a unique opportunity that actually lets you receive a minor in innovation, and you work with a cohort of students, and you will start in the spring term. You'll have classes in the summer, and then we leave the fall open for that. So this does require a separate essay that's built into the Common and Coalition app. So you'll never take classes in the fall. We leave the fall open for internships, studying abroad, working, or taking some online classes if you need them. So the Innovation Academy will follow a spring-summer schedule. The honors program is another secondary application you can choose to apply for. This gives you access to certain honors courses, honors professors, as well as the availability to live in the honors dorm, which is Hume. It also gives you the opportunity to take some different research opportunities that are not available to the standard student. So some courses they've offered in the past for honors program, outside of your honors chemistries and calculus courses, we've had courses on Harry Potter, courses on Hamilton, courses on Lord of the Rings. So they do have some outside the box courses in there as well. You can apply for the honors program and be denied and still be accepted as a University of Florida student. The PACE program you'll see there, the Pathway to Campus Enrollment. This is not a program that you choose to apply for. This is a way to extend the opportunity for more students to be accepted and start their career at the University of Florida. So this is kind of a hybrid at the beginning, where you will take your first 60 credits online through UF Online or at your local state college. And then after you hit that 60 credit limit, as well as your program, you will go towards automatic start into UF on campus. So here's some of our numbers from last year's application class. So we do an academic review. So we're going to be looking at your GPA, your SAT, ACT, and then as well as your holistic review. So we do not do interviews, but we are looking at your essay and your activities that you've been a part of. So definitely make sure you're putting time in there as well. We have over 1,000 different student organizations on campus. So if you don't like one of those, you have the ability to start your own, but I can almost guarantee that there's going to be something there that you will find of interest to you. So here's a way to contact with us and connect with us. So if you at us at UF Admissions or go to a main admissions page and click contact us. You can get in contact with us. We'll be happy to help you out.
Thanks so much, Colin. And our last presenter is from Spelman College.
About that. Thank you. Let me just. All right, thank you for your patience and thank you for having me. My name is Latrina Fisher. I'm the Associate Director of Admission for Spelman, as well as the Territory Manager for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So I'm your contact if you're wanting to reach out about Spelman. A little bit about us. We are a private, liberal arts, all women's HBCU. We rank #1 for 14 years consecutively in terms of historically Black colleges. We are located in Atlanta, Georgia, about 5 minutes from downtown. And in our immediate neighborhood, we reside within the Atlanta University Center, or the AUC, which is made up of Spelman College, Morehouse College, Clark Atlanta University, and Morehouse Medical Center. Within inside the gates of Spelman, we have about intimate population of about 2,100 students. But when you take in consideration the whole AUC, you have access to a network of about 10,000 students in your neighborhood. Our class sizes are intimate, where students experience a 11-to-1 student faculty ratio or a 23 average class size. So you won't be in large lecture halls or overwhelming environments. You really get that personal one-on-one instruction. So a little bit about our academic programs. We offer approximately 34 programs. We feature a dual degree nursing and dual degree engineering programs with pipeline programs or partnerships with Emory University and Georgia Tech University, just to name a few. We do have a health careers program or field that feature programs such as pre-medicine, also veterinary medicine, pharmacy and dentistry, as well as a pre-law track. A couple of minors I'd like to mention, and also majors that we are featuring is they're in our arts division. It's documentary filmmaking, photography, art history, and curatorial studies. So if you're interested in museum curation and in that field, we are one of few institutions that offer that track there. Popular programs for our new incoming students would be biology, economics, English, psychology, and political science. For those interested in economics, you'll find our students interested in business or pursuing that field. While we do not host that major on campus, students pursue an economics curriculum and then take business specific courses at Morehouse College right across the street. Students also do that or explore those cross-campus registrations with English if they are pursuing communication. So journalism or broadcast journalism and a communications marketing program is something that you are interested in pursuing. You can still be a Spelman student and take those courses for no extra charge at our partners at Clark Atlanta University. So essentially, going to Spelman provides you access to two additional institutions. A little bit about our student support services and programs. So at Spelman, we are vested in the total development of our student body, and some of the programs that we offer take us to that end. So just to name a few, the Office of Career Planning and Development, they provide a wealth of services and programs that include career coaching, online job listings through a platform called Handshake. So as freshmen, that office really gets in there with you to get you connected, start helping you to build that resume so that you can explore opportunities, professional opportunities while a college student. Our Student Success Center is very essential in the onboarding and transition of our new incoming students, and they work with you throughout your 4 years with us. They offer specialized services such as peer tutoring and academic coaching. And additionally, in terms of counseling, mental health and wellness is something that is at the forefront of our mind. And we have professionals on campus who are grounded in the womanist perspective to provide a holistic network of support to your individual growth. And then lastly, our health and wellness office. So about 5 or 6 years ago, Spelman suspended athletics. And so we transitioned to a health and wellness perspective. And in that, we revamped and remodeled our gym. So there is a huge swimming pool, there's cooking demonstration rooms, there's a tennis court, exercise room, all those sorts of things to help our students to build and maintain a healthy lifestyle that they can carry out post graduation. Excuse me. So our tagline is a choice to change the world. So that is a philosophy that we instill in our students. And so in order to do that, we need you to go see the world. And through our experiential learning program, students are able to gain those experiences. So students have been able to travel to countries in Africa, Europe, the Caribbean, South and Central America, and other parts of the globe. You can do this in a semester type format in short trips for 2 weeks or so. They can be service oriented, they can be connected to your major or a foreign language aspiration. So there's a lot of different opportunities for you to take advantage of at Spelman that will take you outside the classroom and abroad. Student life and engagement, that's very important on our campus. Our students are extremely involved in their high school lives, and when they come to Spelman, they continue that. So to that end, there are 85 organizations on campus that you can engage in and be a part of. Just a quick couple of notes about Spelman's academics. So we are test optional this year. All of our requirements are here. So we need a strong application. We are looking for leadership and community service involvement and 2 letters of recommendation and a strong essay. And again, those test scores are optional for you. Cost of tuition is listed here. Or excuse me, not cost of tuition, excuse me. The application deadlines are listed here. So early decision would be November 1st, early action November 15th, regular decision February 1st. As applicants, you will be considered for all scholarships and admission opportunities in all rounds. And then lastly, our excuse me. Excuse me. So tuition and scholarships, our tuition is listed here, and then our scholarships are listed below. These scholarships do not have a separate application process. Your application for admission is your scholarship application. So if you don't remember anything here for Spelman, you do not have to take an extra step for an application. Put everything that we need to know to consider you for those opportunities inside your application for consideration. Lastly, there's many ways to engage with Spelman. Currently, we are working virtually and hosting events virtually. Plans for spring have not come out yet, but please visit our website for updates to register for those upcoming opportunities. Lastly, if you want to get in contact with me, my information is here. I'm Latrina Fisher, and my email is listed below. And to engage with our student population and just to get a feel of Spelman's culture and atmosphere, please follow us on all the social media platforms listed below. And thank you for your time today.
Thank you. And that is the end of our presentations for the day. Thank you so much for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd really appreciate any feedback that you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions that are being hosted, so be sure to sign up for others at strivescan.com/Virginia. And in about a week, as I mentioned before, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as recordings of all of the other sessions at that same website. Thank you very much to everyone for joining, and thank you so much for our presenters. We really appreciate seeing you all. Have a great day.